Good morning, Erika and everybody else who would like to have a short morning practice to balance the yang and the yin inside of our body. So with the yang, we're going to create some movement and fire to start the day fresh and full of energy, but we'll also focus on creating some stillness and calm inside of our body at the same time. So to begin, we find our sitting bones onto the mat. And with each inhale you take, you feel your spine getting longer. Every vertebra is being stacked upon the other with each inhale you take, creating a little bit more space in between them. The back of your neck is long, your chin is more or less parallel with the ground. With your next exhale, you feel your shoulder blades slightly sliding towards each other, opening your chest a little more. And this way you have a nice setup to let your breath flow naturally and easily, fully into your chest and belly. For a few breaths, let's chase the breath with our mind, feeling it entering our nostrils, the back of our throat, all the way along our spine to almost as if it goes to our sitting bones. And when we exhale, we feel it going from the bottom of our spine all the way up until it leaves our body through our nostrils. And then when we're ready, we can slowly blink our eyes open. With our next inhale, we reach our arms up into the sky. Exhale, let your shoulders sink low. Inhale, we come to our left side. Open our side, keep both sitting bones on the ground. Exhale, reach your right hand through. Inhale, open your chest all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, come back to center. Do the other side. Inhale, both sitting bones on the ground. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, open your chest all the way to the ceiling. And exhale, back to center. 2 more times on each side in the rhythm of your own breath. Inhale. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, open all the way up. Exhale when you come back to center. In when you come down. Exhale when you reach through. In when you open your chest towards the ceiling. And exhale back to center. One more time. This is called the dancing willow in the wind. Also feel flowy and soft, like a tree in the wind. There's no need to be stiff. You can make this movement continuous. You don't need to pause at any moment. And then we let that go and we come onto our all fours. So we place our wrists right underneath our shoulders and knees right underneath our hips. And instead of staying in the regular cat-cow, we're just going to move our spine however we want to, pressing your hands into the ground, swirling your spine around. Maybe it helps you to imagine you only have a spine. You don't have any other muscles or bones, and you're just imagine how this beautifully bony structure is making all these beautiful shapes into the sky. Maybe you press back a little bit, your butt towards your heels, or you come a little bit with your shoulders over your wrists. Don't forget to move your neck, just feel how it feels good. Keep on breathing while you do that. And then at some moment we stay still. With the next exhale, we bring our heel towards the back, press through the heel, and the left hand will reach to the front, So you press through your heel as if you press something away from you. You reach with your left hand and you make your spine long. 2 more breaths here. Now with the next exhale, you bring your elbow and your knee into your chest while you press your right hand, making your back around. Inhale, reach again, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, rounding your back, press your right hand. Inhale, reach. Exhale, breathe in. And reach again and then stay there for 2 more breaths. Then we bend our right knee, our left hand comes over the side, grabs the foot. The foot presses into your hand and you open up your chest. And then we let that go. Knee and hands come back on the floor. You shake it out a little bit. Also your neck, shoulders. Just make yourself a little bit looser again. And then we start on the other side. The left foot will come parallel with the ground. You press through your left knee. Your right hand reaches to the front. Your neck is in line with your spine. Make your spine long. 2 breaths here. Your knee and your elbow are coming to your chest while you press your left hand into the floor, rounding your back. Inhale, reach. And again, pull it all in, rounding your back, sucking your belly button in. Inhale, reach. One last time in. Inhale, reach. Then we bend our left knee, your right hand will come over the side, grab our foot, the foot presses into your hand, opening your front line. And we let that go. We shake it out a little bit. We place your hand a little bit more to the front, let's say like about 10 centimeters. Spread your fingers wide, claw your fingertips into the mat, bring your toes onto the mat. Just lift your heels for a moment. Then press into your hands, making your spine long. Bring your belly onto your thighs. Shift your gaze to your navel. Keep your knees bent for a moment and just first open up the sides by dipping your hips from side to side. And then you can slowly start paddling your heels towards the floor one by one. Coming into your down dog, which softly and slowly. If you want to keep your knees bent, that's fine. If your heels don't reach the floor, that's fine as well. Just a long spine, that's what we're aiming for. Then we come to a stillness here. Take a deep in and exhale. The exhale and ah. One more time. On your next inhale, your right foot will come up in the air. You open your hip. Your right foot drops to the back, pressing both hands so you can sink a little bit deeper. Then we make 2 big circles with our knee in each direction. So 2 clockwise and 2 in anti-clockwise direction. And then when our knee is in our chest again, we roll through our spine until our shoulders are over our wrist. Then press your hands so you have your cobra hook. That means that your shoulder blades slide to the side and your knee is high over your chest. You have space to place your foot in between. And then we lower our left knee on the floor. We come up. You can either bring your arms up and sink low into your hips or interlace your hands behind your back. Press your palms together and let your palms go away from your bum and sink deep to the front. Exhale, you can use your hands or just your balance to come and sit. So on your heels, so your heel will be more or less up your crotch. And then you fold forward. Belly goes towards the thigh. You can keep your gaze towards the front so you don't hunch back over. Keep your toes pulled towards you. Take 1 deep in and exhale here. Then either use your core strength or your hands to crawl back to the front. Your left hand will come into the floor, left toes as well, straighten that leg. Right foot will walk to the center. Your right hand comes in between and we're in a lizard pose. If you are comfortable, if you feel this is your stretch of the morning, then you can stay onto your hands. You can also come onto your lower arms and open up that hip a bit. There's no need to stay still in your pose. You can always move a little bit into your stretch. 2 more deep breaths here. Now you come back onto your hands if you were on your lower legs, and your back foot will open up to the side. So you were in a low lunge, a half squat. So your right foot is bent, your left hand is open. And then either use your hands to go from side to side, or you can use your hands and make it very flowy, going from side to side, looking to the nice view. And then when we are back to the front of the mat, we will either use our hands or our balance and our core strength to come and sit with your butt on the floor. Your hand comes behind you. Hand, sitting bone and heel on one line, and your right hand will come up. We will bridge up our hips. Take 2 deep breaths here. And then we exhale, we come down. Use your hands or the momentum to come back in your low squat. Go to the other side. Come to a seated here. Your right hand will come behind. We bridge up. Exhale, lower back. And again, the momentum or your hands to come to a low lunge again. Then this time we lower our right foot, right knee onto the floor, flatten your foot, and I'll come up maybe with your hands open or interlacing your hands behind your back, pressing your palms together, opening your chest, sinking low. Take a few breaths here, and slowly either use your hands or your core to come and sit on your heel in the middle of your crotch. And then open with an open chest, you bring your belly towards your thigh. Pull your toes towards you. Keep your gaze open. So your belly goes towards your thighs and you're not hunching your back. One more deep in an exhale here. And then we walk our hands back to the front. Right hand comes on the mat, right knee lifts. Left hand walks to the side of your mat, and both hands come onto the mat, and we are in a lizard pose. You can come on your lower arms again. Take a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can back onto your arms. If you were on your lower arms, step your left foot back gently into a plank. Then we come chaturanga all the way down slowly, elbows close to your body. Then we go into our upward facing dog, knees are away from the floor. Press your hands, shoulders away from the ears. Chin comes to chest, press your hands, roll through your spine, and we're back in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here to find your stillness again. And then when we are in stillness in our downward dog, we take one more deep in and exhale here. And our next inhale, we lift our left foot up in the air. We open our hips, keep pressing equally through your hands. Drop your heel behind your back and make big circles around your hip joint. 2 in each direction. Then the next time you're using your chest, roll through your spine. Come with your shoulders over your wrist, place your hand, foot in between. Then make a strong pelvic floor and lower abdomen, and with the next inhale, arms come up. We're in a high lunge. Have a right angle on your knee. Press through your right heel. Open your chest, lower your shoulders. Engage your lower abdomen. And then we will have a twist and bring our arms parallel to the floor. So right arm is to the front, left arm to the back. Take a few breaths here, in and out, gently, but feel strong through your legs. And then our left hand will come down, our right hand up, and we open up into a warrior two. So your back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Look in front over your middle finger, low, bending through your front knee. Then we flip our hands up, we inhale, reach to the front, exhale, come back. We just this to the sky, and we're coming to a reverse warrior, bend through your knee. You can either grab your thigh or just slide your hand along your leg. Exhale, elbow comes to your thigh. Your right hand comes up over. Just make sure you're not leaning onto your elbow. The elbow is just there for a little support. To check that, you can lift your elbow and reach your hand away from you. And you're still in a nice side stretch. Then exhale, come back up. Toes point into the same direction. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. So either you just let yourself hang here and just enjoy the stretch of your legs and keep on breathing, or this is the moment to come into your headstand. What happens here, we have a tripod headstand. If you have this practice already, please do so. If you never did it before, this is not a moment to do without guidance. Stand in stillness for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly let your legs sink to the floor. Gently place them down. And then all of us come up. And this time our left toe will point to the right toe, will point to the other side and sink low. The elbow comes on top of our knee. The left arm comes over. And to check that we're not leaning on our elbows, reach it to the front. Then we come all the way up in reverse warrior. So either your left hand slides behind you or you grab your thigh from the back, open your chest to the ceiling. Exhale, we come back up into warrior two. Then from warrior two, we come back up into our low, high lunge. And we make a little twist again. So this time your left hand to the front, right hand to the back. Keep bending low to your knee and have a strong back leg. One more deep and an exhale here. And then we windmill our arms down. We step back into plank, lowering chaturanga slowly, elbows close to chest. Inhale, upward facing dog, knees away from the floor. Chin to chest, press your hands and shoulder blades to the side. Roll through your spine until you're back in your downward facing dog. And then we bend our knees, we look to our hands, maybe we bring them a little bit closer because we're going to prepare for flow through. If flow through is in your practice, go for it. Otherwise, our left foot steps a little bit behind your right hand, our right foot behind your left hand, and then we just walk it through until we sit down. Then we come into a boat pose. Maybe your lower legs are parallel to the floor, or maybe you straighten your legs. One right here. And then slowly lower your legs onto the floor. Keep your abs engaged and tuck your tailbone. Slowly roll your spine onto the mat. Your arms can immediately come overhead. Then engage your lower abdomen, press your lower back to the floor and lift your legs and make your legs hover overhead. Don't let your toes touch the floor just yet. Just softly open up in this back line. Just paint rainbows with your toes over your head. Just bend gently and softly. If you do feel open enough this morning, you can let your toes touch your floor, but it's not necessary. Then our hands will slide behind our back. And maybe we come onto our shoulders and we support our back to come into a candle pose. What we want to do here is let our belly loose. So just really relax your belly so that all the organs can go upward. It's good for them to be in the opposite direction for just a few moments a day. So when we have 1 or 2 more breaths here to keep our leg in stillness, reaching through your toes or your heels or your balls of your feet. Then you start playing around a bit. Maybe you bring one leg down or the other or both, or just swirl it around and bend your knee. Just be playful, whatever you want to do. And then we end with lowering our legs over our head again. Maybe your toes touch, maybe they don't. Place your hands back onto the mat. And then slowly lower your back, vertebra by vertebra, back onto the mat. Once your tailbone is on the mat, we slowly keep on lowering our legs onto the floor up until our lower back is coming up. If it does come up, then bend your knees and put your feet onto the floor. Then I invite you to make your final stretches before we do have a short savasana. So maybe you give a little squeeze of your knees into your chest, or you come into a happy baby pose, or you straighten your leg. Whatever you feel like doing right now, please go for it. And then find your final pose of this morning practice, Shavasana, so your feet are mat-width apart, your feet falling to the outside, your palms are facing up, and you adjust your shoulder blades and whole body so you don't have to move it anymore. This is the moment to let go of all effort. You do not force your breath or control your breath anymore. There's no more muscle contraction anymore. You let everything relax. Also your face. No tension in your brow, no tension in your forehead, eyes, jaws. Just let it relax. And while you lie here, I will guide you to a breathing exercise. It's called Samavriti. It means equal breath. So I will count how long you should in and exhale and pause in between. And you just follow me. Let's start with breathing in and out. And in, out. In, hold, out. Hold, in, hold, out, 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 hold. And then you let that go and you take a deep in and exhale. And just let your breath come back to its natural pattern. And then you can bring some movement into your body, toes, fingers, hands, feet, arm, legs. Maybe you shake your hips from side to side, your shoulders, your neck. And maybe you want to bring your hands overhead and wake up all again, side to side stretches. And you can anchor from your knees into your chest and give it a little squeeze. And then you can roll onto your favorite side and just stay here for 2 more breaths. Just feeling whole, feeling held. I mean, you are holding yourself. You don't need anything or anyone to feel held and supported. And then you can press yourself over the side into a seated position. And let's just come back to our starting position where our sitting bones are on the mat and our spine is long towards the ceiling, stacked up on our sitting bones, tup, 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 with every inhale you take. And then we can bring our hands in front of our chest. And let's start the day with this fresh energy and calmness that we created. Namaste. I hope you were enjoying the view where you had your retreat, and see you soon again. Ciao.